you know what the other thing is, boy? Like, I want to know from your side. The people only start noticing you when you do well in life. So I want to know, like, where do you come from with this comedy thing? Like, what's the most craziest experience you've ever had from dealing with a dodgy promoter, or sleeping in a dodgy hotel, or having to catch a bus or a taxi to another city? Like, what are some of your crazy come up stories? Um, yeah, and what's the future looking like for Super Saiyan Seya the Seya? Like, are you planning on being a father again? You know?
Yeah, pops. Yeah, Q&A part two. Yeah, comedians reaching out to each other. So yeah, where does Seya come from? Experience of my come up, yes. Uh, it was a crazy one, bro. It was very crazy. I'm still on the come up even now, but back then, like, I suffered for 9 years in this comedy thing. I remember when I was in PE, a friend of mine came to my place saying that there's a booking happening in East London. So we are needed there tomorrow. They're gonna come and pick us up in PE and then to East London. So because we don't have a lot of gigs happening in PE or in Eastern Cape, for that matter, I was excited. So yeah, following day they picked us up. We went to East London. There were two other guys. The guy that told me about the gig was there, and another guy didn't know. So we drove to East London, and then when we got there, they welcomed us and took us straight to a pub in the township Mdantsane called Endaweni. We got there, bruh, like, those club gigs where people don't know that there's gonna be comedy here. People were just having fun, they were drunk, and then they had to cut the music, man. As they were about to cut the music, there was a serious argument between me and the other two guys I was with, because now these guys told these promoters that they are comedians. So now last minute, the other guy, the guy that came to me and told me about this gig, lied to promoters saying that he's a comedian. Now he's coming out clean on the night at the venue that he is now a DJ. He can't go on stage and do this thing. He's a DJ. Everyone is shocked. So okay, sure. I know I'm gonna go on stage. So now what's gonna happen with the other guy? The other guy now comes up as well and says he's an actor. He's a comedy actor. Theater things, not stand up. So now there was only one comedian remaining, me. So I got on stage. I died proper because the audience was not there for comedy. So that was a proper death. From that club, we went to another club, Sikiza. Again, this place is called Sikiza, Mdantsane. First time there, bro. And yeah, I'm the only comedian. These two guys are just there. So I get on the mic, do the jokes, died again. And then we went to this guy's place, the promoter's place he stays in Gunubi. I stayed in Gunubi for a week, doing nothing but drinking, bruh. Because I was scared of going back home, back in PE, because they were not gonna pay us, number one. Because I was there waiting for the payment. They were never gonna pay us. So yeah, when the day came, I had to hike back to East London. Yeah, that's one of the dodgy ones I've experienced. Well, the bus one, well, bus is has been my source of transport. Bus and hiking, you know, going to Cape Town, going to PE. I used to sell DVDs to go to a gig, you know, so that I can afford taxi or a bus out of town. So yeah, hotels. Well, dodgy hotels. Well, I don't mind dodgy hotels, bruh, as long as I have a shelter. I don't mind them. Um, because 2010, when I went to Cape Town to hustle for this comedy thing, I slept in the streets the whole 2010 World Cup. When the World Cup was here, when they said, feel it, it's here. I was in the streets. I was feeling the winter colds of Cape Town for 3 months. For 3 months. Yeah. I was killing stages while sleeping in the streets. So, yeah, that's the thing, man. It's been rough, but I'm still here. I'm still here. That's the amazing thing. So, the future, bruh, the future is that's what kept me doing this comedy thing, because of the future, you know. Even on the tough times, I saw the future. I saw the awards. I saw the headlining spots. You know, now I see a lot of money coming my way in the future. I see a lot of one-man shows that I'm gonna be doing in the future. I'm planning on running my own media spaces for my shows and any other upcoming comedian, you know, because I've always been helping comedians who are on the come up, just like me. So I wanna do something for the upcoming, you know, like create all the digital platforms for upcoming, create a media house for any content, because I'm in love with content. I'm deeply in love with content. So the future for me is to create content for TV, for radio, for movies. You know, I'm a film student. I'm not a student. I'm too old to be a student. I'm a film graduate. So yeah, Seya Vision is gonna be doing everything, man, everything. Yes, that's the future.
You know, what can we expect after lockdown from you? At what age did you get circumcised? I think that's a very important question. Or maybe rather, are you circumcised? And did you do it the proper way? Like, or did you go to the clinic? That's another question. And then, yeah, another question. Can you drive? Okay, can you drive? See, that, like, because someone once told me that you used to be the school bus driver. So I'm not sure. Someone from based in Cape.
Mpho Pops, this question, bruh. I don't know who's gonna get killed by Xhosa man, you or me. I don't know whether I should answer this one or not. But uyivulile intungo, boy. Uyivulile intungo. Wayiqobhoza iHlotman kwedini. Kwedini. Which year? At what age was I circumcised? Just when I finished matric, 2003. 2003, yeah. That was the year. You have exposed me, brother. A lot of closer men who are gonna see this thing are gonna like, hey boy, we quit in Ndwanali. Yeah. It was 2003, I was 19, so yeah, I was not supposed to go at 19, I was supposed to go at 17. Coming from Tanzania, I was supposed to go at 15. But yeah, well, daddy issues. So they came and played a big role in making sure that I go there at 19. So yeah, I was 19, 2003. Can I drive? Yeah, it's been the question. Well, the answer is easy. I can't drive. Never had an interest in driving until now. until this quarantine. I wish I had a car. So yeah, that's the thing. This year I'm buying one. Ha, I'm buying one this year. Forget driving one. I'm buying one. I'm buying one. I'll teach myself. Yeah, I will drive this year. Hola.
So, just some quick random questions for you, my boy. Seya, who's your favorite comedian and why? What's your favorite joke and why? How old are you? What's your star sign? Where did you first perform? Where was your first gig? Yeah, and how many kids do you have? Did you matriculate? Have you been to varsity? Did you finish school? Yeah, you know Eastern Cape. In Esquela. Can you swim? Can you swim? And like proper swim, I like I'm a strokes, breaststroke, backstroke, side stroke, front stroke, middle stroke. When was the first time you were in a plane, and how was that experience? Yeah.
My favorite comedian. Well, I would say my favorite comedian is Chris Rock. My number one, my favorite. Many reasons. First reason is he introduced comedy to me. I became a comedian instantly after watching his DVD, his HBO special. I've never seen a stand-up comedy show in my life. And then I watched that DVD and I saw myself in him. Even though I was talking about politics, white people, black people, I don't do that anymore. So, but he was the one who made me want to do this thing. The moment I finished watching that DVD, I was looking for comedy stages. I started writing material same time. And second reason why is my favorite comedian. He's always been real, in his comedy. He's not just making jokes. Just like me now, I take this thing very seriously. I take my words on stage very seriously. What I have to say is very important to me, and what he says on his shows, I can tell that it's very important to him. On his latest one-man show, Tambourine, he talks about his divorce. I mean, you could tell on stage that this thing is too soon. Like, he's still hurting from this thing, But he knows as a comedian, he has a responsibility to teach boys like me, to know what we are getting ourselves into, especially when it comes to that phase of life. So I know him. I know him through his jokes. And that's what I aim for people to achieve when I'm doing my jokes, to know me, So, yeah, I love him for that. He's 100% real. He's not just making jokes. He's doing a lot of things at the same time. So, I aspire to be like that. How old am I? I'm turning 36 in July. I'm still 35 now. Yeah. This is the year I turned 36. No longer a youth. I know I look younger than I am, but yeah, 36. Kids, one. Yeah, I'll have to get married to get another one. Learn my lesson. One. Yeah, one. Matriculate. This is one thing people don't know about me. I'm an A student. I had to matriculate. I was killing everything. I graduated with 8 distinctions. Filmmaking. I killed it. Hard, bro. Got a diploma in audio and visual production. Yeah. I lost them all at a bus when I was coming back from Cape Town after the 3 months on the street. So I have no proof, but you take my word, bro. Take my word. Or you see the work that's coming. Yeah, then you'll know, okay, but yeah. So, I don't have proof, but I'm a graduate. Can I swim? No. Just like, if I can't drive, that means I can't swim. Can only walk and talk. Ikaga. First time I took a plane. First time I took a plane, I was going to a gig. I was booked by another Dodgy promoter, in Durban. When he didn't have money to fly me to the gig in KZN. Again, I was desperate for stage. He had a big show those days. He was the biggest promoter at the time. Had the best lineup. He had the largest audience. So I couldn't miss that. I was in Cape Town. I remember I went to buy my bus ticket at ShopRite from Cape Town to Durban. The bus ticket was 3,300. The bus ticket, because it was around December, because people are going home, so buses are expensive at that time. And the flight was 800. And I had to book, the first time I took a flight, I booked my own flight. He had to pay me back, in fact, and he did pay me back. I booked my first flight. I remember I was so excited, man. I was so excited, and quickly wrote a joke about being on an aeroplane, and it's still a killer joke right now. So that was 2016 when I took my first flight. Yeah. So my star sign, forgot to tell you my star sign. I'm a Cancerian. I'm a very sensitive person. Yeah. Very emotional being. I guess that's why I'm doing this comedy thing, because I take it out on the stage. Whatever I feel. My favorite joke. There's a joke I talk about Mother's Day versus Father's Day. That's my favorite joke, because it highlights my daddy issues. It highlights, like, all my jokes, I give out my all. Basically, I tell people about my life, whether they get it or not. But yeah, my story has been told. So the reason why I love that joke is because ever since I wrote that joke, those problems I think I had, or worries, or blast from the past type of thing that have been haunting me throughout, when I wrote that joke and the reaction I get from the audience every time I tell that joke, in fact, it was not even the joke, it's the reaction I get from the joke, that people understand what I'm talking about. And it shows that I'm not alone, and it shows that if you talk about your deepest, darkest, most painful things on that stage, you heal. It explains that comedy is, my therapist. It's my therapist. So, yeah, I heal on that stage. So that joke is a great example of my healing process as a human being, or as a boy raised in a township, in a broken home. So it's a beautiful joke. I love it. Pops, you are the boss. Thank you, Grootman, for the questions. Part 2, thank you for dedicating your time and your data to me, Burayam. Thank you. May God bless you even more. May you host bigger and better shows internationally. May your dreams come true. May you be safe, you and your family. Aim for the stars, Grootman. The sky is not even the limit. Thank you, Grootman Lam.
Random questions. You'll see which ones you want to use, boy. Isn't just a game, isn't just a life. Sonke siyaponyelwa, sonke is quarantined. 21 days lockdown. Wash, tokolosh, pokanai no more. Away.